I'm out here burning some sage, and can you burn the sticks? I never know. But I wanted to, I mean, I guess if it doesn't smell like burning, right, it's fine. I wanted to talk about something that just came up for me, and it's actually come up a couple times. But it essentially, in a lot of my relationships, most of my relationships, there were things that happened, ways I was treated, ways that I was talked to, that I knew I didn't deserve or that wasn't right. And one particular relationship I remember, I wrote this down so I don't forget, but I remember thinking, like, I know that I deserve better than this. I know it. And somehow convincing myself that I still was confident within those relationships because I had the knowledge that I deserved better instead of thinking that, I deserved the pain, I deserved to be talked to, I deserved to be looked down on or talked down to. But I still, so I knew I didn't deserve it, but I stayed still. One relationship I left and came back multiple times, fear, whatever else. But I stayed, and I started thinking, like, aside from that whole thing, to think about why I stayed. Thinking that maybe I would be able to help that person become a better person for the reasons of, if I convinced that person to treat me better, then somehow the wounds within me would be healed because whoever in my past before them that treated me in that way, if I could, get that person, this new person, to who was treating me bad, to realize that, treat me better, then in some way it would heal the old wounds that I had. Um, but that's a conversation for a different day, I think. But today, um, the conversation that I'm trying to work through is the patterns that we have or that I had caused me to pick the same type of people that would tell me the same type of thing. And even though I'm telling myself I deserve better, I am not looking for better. Subconsciously selecting people that are not going to treat me the better way. And when people, I'm still picking people, or I still picked people who told me those things and were telling me the same things about myself or the same things about relationships or what I deserved, it does become ingrained. And whether it was ego or denial, in realizing that those relationships and those things that were told to me affected me, was keeping me from growing from it and healing it, because I was always still telling myself, oh no, I know I deserve better than that. Okay, do you know that? Do you know that there is better than that? You know that being by yourself is probably better than that. You know that you can say that you don't accept that. Fear of rejection or fear of losing the potential that I thought the person had, while they're showing me that that's not who they are, was was worse than the fear, than walking away and reclaiming those parts of myself. It was. I'm happy to say that I have healed a lot of those things within myself and realized my value and my worth. And the thought of even entertaining people like that is so foreign. Even people that, So the people that I dated, certain people that I was with, certain people, it's they're the me that I am now is not the person that I was when I dated them, right? So I the me now can't even imagine a connection. But even further, there were people that I imagined being like, oh wow, like that person is, up here and I'm here. And if, you know, I need to do so much work on myself in order for that, for us to be simpatico and and there is a person I have in mind because I remember saying this, like, he's so much more, um, he's worked on himself a lot more than I have or had. And just seeing myself as like not being good enough for someone like that to now think that like I would never date that person, and not thinking that I'm better than them, but just thinking that I have evolved past that self that I was that thought that I wasn't worthy. I've evolved so far past that I superseded even my own idea of what ascension looked like or growth in a person looked like. You know, very proud of myself. And just looking, I was reading my journal yesterday, and 2 years ago, I started this journey because I was saying, I'm taking vitamins, I'm meditating, I'm doing affirmations, blah, blah. So it was about 2 years ago that I started doing it on a regular basis. And I just hoped it would work. I just was trying everything. And I can say that it wasn't just one thing, but probably a culmination of everything that helped change my mindset. Journaling, affirmations, exercising, taking my vitamins, drinking ashwagandha and mushroom powder, eating healthier, setting boundaries, saying no to things, doing like really hard things that were hard for the me that I was to do, that I would do and I would cry, or I would do and I would feel so afraid of the response back, but I knew that I had to do it. And to know that I even started doing those things more than 2 years ago. So we're going on like 3 or 4 years of doing those things. But just to think of like the me that I was that tried it, the me that I was that knew that I needed to do it. Therapy was another one. But the me that I was at that point, I'm just so proud of her for like doing the work so that I can be the me that I am today. So I say that to encourage somebody that is doing things and they're like, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it does anything. It's not going to not do anything. That's for sure. And obviously, we're two different people. We're different people. My experience isn't your experience. Your experience isn't someone else's or mine. But you can rewire your brain. You can start to attract positive. You can expel the negative. You can teach your brain and train your brain to heal. It does work. You can do it. I'm a testament to that. And it's hard. It's hard. And while you're in it, you don't think it's working. But I would recommend doing a journal, even video journals. I do so many video journals. And looking back at them and looking at the you that wrote it or the you that left that video and just seeing, in a month, in a year, how much has changed. Even if your life superficially is the same, still live in the same house, still driving the same car, at the same job, whatever, but your life, as far as your happiness and your mindset and your strength, it's a complete 180 from where I was 2 years ago, even a year ago. So much growth has happened, and at the time, I don't see it. I don't feel it necessarily. It feels hard, and then reflecting back, it was monumental and so important. And the woman that I was, the one that I didn't think was strong or thought was strong and wasn't as strong as I thought I was fucking kick ass. She was kick ass. Like she did so many things that got me to this point that were hard, that hurt. And so I'm proud of myself and I know that you can be. And if you have a story or a journey that's similar, please share. If one person is like, okay, I wasn't going to do my affirmations today, but I'm going to do them because Daryl said it worked for her, then that's all I want. Because the feeling of being in that dark place, no one deserves that. And everyone deserves to come into the light. So I hope this helps someone.